Last episode of Revue Starlight, Karuko finds out the Futaba has been training secretly behind her back and that maybe she's here to steal her role, especially after Karuko didn't get into the top 10 or the 9 roles that she should be, but there are multiple audition, but she wasn't having none of that, so, you know, she was going on this little streak, but eventually Karuko and Futaba made up and they are now stronger together or something, so good for them. By the way, Nana made mention about a repeated play, something like, somewhere around there, you know, like, oh, this has been done before, and at first I was like, is she talking about the Seisho Festival, you know, because, like, they are in a loop, if you want to put it that way, where they're going to be, doing Starlight for 3 years, so I was like, is she talking about that? But then there's also Karuko and Futaba who have had like a similar fight when they were kids, and then they were having that fight when they were in high school, and so I'm like, does Nana mean that? But then, like, does she know about their childhood and that they specifically have fights about that? But, like, at the same time, I would presume they've had fights with each other, but then they always end up coming back. Who knows? Who knows? We will just have to see what this episode has in store for us. I think it's related to Nana, but we'll just have to see. Full links are on Patreon, early access, and a YouTube membership. Other than that, let's get started. Oh, we're back to the 99s festival. It repeats itself. The cycle of despair, which lies below the starlight. What, after you heard some people talking about how, like, not good it was? So yeah, the whole play was literally just talking about them. Ooh, look at those pizza, brother. Oh, shit. And here she is, just taking pictures and videos of everything. Next year soon. Damn, y'all just started. That was me when I would go to VidCon, and then VidCon's just like, hey, you're ready for the next VidCon? We're selling it right now. Like, right after VidCon ends. I think your heart should continue pounding, not stop pounding. She's just out here helping with everybody. Wow. Wow. They're just giving each other's massages. I love that Karuko's the one getting massages. Nana, so this is when they start. That's when they start calling her banana. What is that? Yeah, I was like, what is that laugh? It sounds like she's crying. So enjoyable. That would shine so much. Is that why you want to keep it the same? I'll never forget it. But it's not gonna last. Banana? Ah, the stage girl. Okay. So yeah, I remember somebody made mention about how, like, Karen was associated with arrogance, right? Because she's just out here like, I can do this. And I'm gonna, you know, I don't care if Maya's at the top, I guess I'll just have to beat her. You know, and that's why Maya was there to beat her arrogance into the ground. You know, in some of these shots, it really just looked like they're sliding around. Well, except for that one shot of Karuko when she, like, fucking spins around with her spear. It just looked like she was flying. It's starting to look like they got rollerblades under those boots, dude. Yo, you know what I want? A roller derby anime. So, summer break? She's staying. Oh, off they go. So, Juna is here. Okay. Wow. Oh, what about you, Juna? Until I graduate. And is Nana staying here because of you? Well, that's what Juna thinks. Udon! Damn, dude, she just had that picture of Udon on the ready. So she had 2 different glasses for the bedroom and for going out? Looks like they dropped out. Oh no! So she remembers everybody. Jesus Christ, dude. Nana is like all legs. What the hell? Alright, I wasn't really paying attention to the date. Where are we? we're in a 100th, right? And the no, this is before the yeah, okay. Just for us that we made together. The same stage. That same stage, huh? It'll still be different. Even with all that, why won't you do it? Why aren't you going to fight for it? Hurry up and decide, huh? Everyone's banana! Die banana! 2 months. Okay. So this is 2 months after the 99th. Mm-hmm. Oh, she is again a stage made for us. But that's the beauty of it. It'll all be different. And it could even be better than the last performance. That Starlight is the best. You never know. I mean, it's only you and Juna right now, isn't it? Wait, actually no, unless this is still 2 months after. Alright, unless this is still 2 months after. After the 99th is what I'm trying to say. I thought she was lifting that thing for a second there. Hey, yo, look at him posing. I'll be honest, I'd stab that giraffe. See if it's bleeding or not. More shine. Oh, so this is all just automatic? The stage responds to is all, yeah, okay. That's right, banana. Just keep repeating. Me. Lasts for eternity. Sure, but like... Do I get money? Stand atop any stage you desire. One you would never... It's that feeling of, like, creators, you know? Like, whether you're a writer or something, you know? And you feel like you create a series that's, like, perhaps your magnum opus. And you feel like you'll never be able to make something as great as that anymore. Hmm? Damn, dude. She defeated Maya out here. Is it blinding? You'd go this far. Ow, my eyes! Mm-hmm. Now you are the top star. What's the stage we have saw? A repeat performance. So she won first year? I bet. Did Die Banana just fucking go back in time? The giraffe is just like, you want to do it again? We'll put you in there again. You suddenly call me by my first name. You said you wanted the 99th again, didn't you? Yeah, she doesn't want anything new. Exactly, it's the new, eh? It's the new that scares you. It all doesn't matter, because you get to do it all again, eh? So she spins again, and she does another cycle. Well, I mean, we're at the 100th, so, like, we have to have pass this whole cycle eventually. I don't know how many times we've done this. Sure. I'll keep repeating the time for you. This giraffe is a time god! What the hell? Yeah, it's certainly not the repeat. That's Hikari's. Oh, so she saw Hikari in her cycle? Hikari's like, come on, man, I gotta get to that school eventually. Stop fucking preventing me. Well, that kind of makes sense why why Nana was being, like, sussy and shit, you know? So this is when episode 1 happened. Yeah, she was having that dream. Anyways, that's why I was saying, like, that's why Nana was, like, out there suspiciously being suspicious. Suspiciously being when she was talking to Hikari, right? Unexpected? Damn, here comes Hikari, the change. Yeah, that's why everybody say Hikari comes in here and suddenly everything changed. Maybe Hikari knows about, like, the time loop and he's just like, I gotta come in here and stop you. No matter who shows up, my repeat performance. Yeah. What are you, just fucking turning around like a fucking horror person or some shit, dude? You trying to be like, oh, I'm just out here being a little creep. This is the plotline of, Future Diary. This is the plotline of Future Diary. I was trying to figure out, I'm like, Mirai Nikki? Is that what it is? Just say the English name, it'll be better. Future Diary. Yeah, Nana is, it's already a big spoiler, just me saying that. Whatever, you know what, for that show, I don't care. She's not even singing in this video. She's not even, hey, Nana! Excuse me, Nana, hello? Where's the vocals? It's just the instrumentals. I do like listening to this instrumental, though. It's very nice. So, yeah, Nana's just been out here winning this whole time. No wonder she's been winning. She's got dual swords. Everybody knows, the more swords, the better. Just you wait until she gets a third sword, huh? But okay, yeah, this one explains a little bit more. So that's the script that she has. Okay. Yeah, so that kind of explains, well, perhaps maybe explain, maybe not explain, but like in terms of some of the things on like what Hikari wants to do. Perhaps, you know, maybe again she is like, she has some knowledge about this whole stage repeating thing. We're really bringing more of like a fantastical element into this, right? Because like the whole thing of like the stage, the underground stage fight and like the talking giraffe, it's like, okay, it's a little magical, right? Feel like a little fantasy stuff, but now here we have literal going back to the future, right? And repeating everything because you want to have the same performance over and over. Again, that's like a very fantastical thing. That's like, okay, this is something that the, you know, out of the norms and everything. And so, and like just hearing the fact that like this has been going, like the 99th performance has been happening for, what is it, the 99th performance has been happening for however many long time. Like even the draft is like, I don't even know how many times I've been doing this, but if that's what you want, you know, we will repeat it over and over. Because of Hikari? Is that why? Is it because of Hikari that we have switched over to the 100th performance? Because I'm still trying to figure out about like the cycle and stuff, because because like with like winning the top star, would that mean eventually you are, was it the top star, eventually you are like in the I mean what I mean is you have to become top star by the end of the year, right? So then that would mean that like by the end of the first year Nana would repeat it, right? Somewhere around there. Anyways, actually, before I go back to the center, I did want to look back at episode 2 or something. I think it might be episode 2. Hold on. Yeah, so Nana comes over when Hikari was at the elevator trying to talk to the giraffe to be like, hey, get Karen out of here, right? This is episode 2. And then Nana was like looking for her, I believe in the previous scene as well. Can't remember, but yeah, she goes in here and then, you know, you have that shadow over her, which obviously because of the black backlighting, right? There's no light in there, so there's light in the back of her, and that's why it's shining. That's why she has, you know, the shadow in front. I don't know why I'm explaining that. But for the most part, right? And when it comes to these type of thing, it just kind of shows you like, oh, there's something up with Nana, right? So Nana asked Hikari, are you looking for something? I just got lost, that's all. I think she... Oh, well, okay. I made some banana pudding. Okay, so obviously Nana knows what Hikari is looking for, because she knows of the stage. Okay, she was just, okay, so Nana was just trying to check up on Hikari again, since, like, Hikari was the last person she saw before her next cycle, and then because of Hikari, the cycle continued on to the 100th year instead of the 99th year. But I guess that also kind of makes sense why, like, during the times when we're seeing the 99th festival, we kept seeing it over and over, you know, like, they kept showing us the beginning of, like, the 99th festival, and it's like, it's not like because it was just a simple flashback for, like, just for showing us the other characters. No, like, they actually mean, like, they repeated it, like, many times over. Anyways, alright, I'm gonna go back to the center. Alright, so that was episode 7 of Revue Starlight. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments down below. You know that I always like talking to you guys. For me, I thought that this was a pretty good episode. This is when they start adding in the psychological tag into this show. You know, like, I mean, I already talked about, like, there's, like, the whole, like, fantastical elements of, like, this underground battle stage that nobody, quote unquote, nobody knows about, or at the very least, they shouldn't talk about it, or else they will get fined. I don't know how much money would you would get fined, but, you know, I presume it's just the student debt. But we learn here, right, that Nana has been repeating the 99th performance for a very long time, and only now when Hikari comes does things start to change. That's what everybody talks when they mention about Hikari, is that, oh, things really started to change when Hikari's around, right? Karen, who never really cared all that much about the top star, suddenly decided that she wants to become the top star, right? And she is literally bringing everyone else along with her. Though the one thing that I wanted to mention, now that I'm, like, looking at this beginning again, where, you know, they keep showing us the 99th performance, it's the idea of, like, we will grasp that star. And, like, the whole idea of Starlight is that these goddesses want to go grab the star. And in the end, well, the two goddesses who wanted to go get the star together, one of them ended up getting left behind, and the other one, you know, goes to go get the star? I believe, is that what the Starlight is? Anyways, yeah, the whole thing is, like, about them grasping for the stars, and Nana is just out here with the tiara this whole fucking time. She's like, I'm the final boss. Okay, that's not what I wanted to talk about, but the whole thing of Nana wanting to repeat the cycle is obviously a selfish reason, right? And this is basically her protecting herself and basically putting a shell around herself, you know, around the outside world, because she does not want to face it. And instead of just only doing that for herself, she's doing that to everybody in the school. Everybody in the school, y'all get to repeat. Also, does that mean that in the 99th performance, the people who left after the 99th year, did they, like, like, did they get pulled back into, like, the 99th year, you know? Hey, you know, that'd be really weird. You're like, alright, I'm dropping out of school, see you later, and then the next thing you know, obviously you don't remember it, because you're not part of the spell, but, like, you're just back in school again, having to attend this place, and just like, ugh, I hate this school, why do I keep coming back? I keep dropping out, but I just keep coming back. In terms of, like, that selfishness that Nana makes, right, it's the fact that she wants everything to be the same. She thinks that stage is so blinding that she'll never be able to get it ever again, right? She can't grasp for it. Even though she has the tiara, she cannot grasp for that blinding stage that she wants, right? It's that same experience that she wants, and she just can't get it. In terms of that, being the top star, getting the tiara is, like, low level compared to that blinding stage that she wants. Because she keeps doing this whole cycle over and over, she is preventing everybody else from reaching their dream, or from just from reaching their dream, from their chances to be the top star. Consider that there are 3 years of Starlight, right? So there's 3 years of Starlight, so like they'll still be able to have their chances to become the top star, but Nana has been preventing them from doing that by repeating the cycle over and over. And then towards the end, with Nana staring directly into the camera. She knows where the cameras are, it seems. But she's looking directly into the camera. Obviously, we've got that shading again to really show that she's a sussy person. She wants to keep things the same. Again, that's what we saw when she was talking with Masai and Amemiya, the director and the writer, where she's like, we should just have Claudine and Maya be the lead again, right? She's trying to keep all the roles the same, but the director and the writer saw Karen and Hikari and were like, wow, these two, they are perfect. They should, they are the perfect for the role, right? We should have them we should consider having them in the top role. So like, there's all that change that Nana is desperately trying to like tape back together, like, or tape out, what the fuck am I talking about? There's all these change that she's just desperately trying to I'm trying to figure out what I should There's a zombie invasion coming into your house and you gotta get the planks and the nails to put on the windows, so they don't come into the window, so they don't come through the window and the doors. It's like that, except the zombies are the change. But again, towards the end of his, right, she's talking about how, like, I guess it would be boring if if you have the same performance over and over. All right, I welcome you on my stage. Which, again, that's some final boss shit right there. Hold on, I have to check. Maybe always having the exact same stage is boring. All right, but then she says, and yet, no matter who shows up, my repeat performance won't change. Yeah, I'm just gonna fucking beat your asses. And I'm gonna get the 99th running again, right? So Hikari Kagura, right? She does that like creepy slow turn. I want her on my stage too. Okay, yeah. So she's just like my stage. This is my fucking territory. So Nana sees the knife that Hikari threw at her for like the position 0. And she sees her by that tree where the giraffe should be. And then the cycle repeats itself. And she's just over here like, oh? Who was that person? I don't know. And then we get to see this, which I presume is supposed to be the 99th class, right? Right. That's the 99th class. All the way from December. Christmas, it seems like. Yeah. Sorry, Christmas? What the fuck did I just say Christmas? I saw 25 and immediately I'm like, it's not Christmas. Literally in like the middle of summer. Yeah, they have that timeline, and I think this is the timeline that she repeats over. And then things happen and everything, and then suddenly it's 5:14 instead of 5:25, right? And then on this specific day, Nana wakes up and she's just like, huh? What? Like 5:14? What? It shows us that again, and so this is the time when episode 1 started. So 5:14, it shows us again when Hikari comes into the room, right, and introduces herself. Okay, so 5:14, that's when things change. 2018 5:14, 2849. So that's when they first started their second year. Okay, so I wanted to see the talk that Maya had with Nana again, right? So here, Maya's just like, all right, you and I, we gotta go talk. And Juna makes note of that. We're already on the next audition, huh? It still doesn't feel real, so I think that's Nana. I mean, why would Maya say that? I mean, it's still clearly burned into my mind. Our Starlight, in quotes. The ultimate stage, just for us, that we made together. Just for us, that we made together. And then it eventually just turned into my stage. I wonder if we can still have it, that same stage. Even if it's the same cast with the same members, so this is from Maya, right? Even the same cast, same members, the same performance will not exist. That's true, but the girls have made their decision. There was sure to be despair, suffering, and rage beyond our comprehensions. I have to figure that out. Who said this? It should be Maya, right? Yeah, I think that's Maya. I said that, didn't I? That we should go for the lead roles. There are those for whom it will not come to be, however earnestly they try. It's an impossible dream, one to which they give their all, and yet there are those who will leave the stage behind. A favored idol. A voice that flourishes wonderfully, an expansive field of vision over the entire stage. Even with all that, why won't you? And then I think that's the end of that. Cause her voice got a little loud and everybody just, okay. And then we just go to, Kaoruko and Futaba, you know, where Futaba is just like, hurry up and decide, will you? Not really sure, you know? Like, all this suffering, you know? Like, again, the girls have made their decision. There was sure to be despair, suffering, and rage beyond our comprehension. But this is what they did. This is their decision, whether they will continue to pursue it, even if they feel like they'll never get it, or they will leave the stage, right? That is their decision. And so I'm just kind of like, is Maya trying to say, like, why won't you let them have that? Right? Because, like, perhaps Maya does know that, like, they're in a loop, since she is kind of like the second, like, the person who gets bested by Nana before Nana's like, alright, I'm pressing the reset button. Maya's just like, fuck! I don't know, like, so when Maya says, why won't you? Again, right? Why won't you let them do that? Why are you protecting them, right? By making them go through the beginning of their journey over and over and over and over. Okay, so the conversation did continue with this. If you're not making a serious effort because you wish to remain everyone's banana, I will not forgive you. Die, banana! So Nana's just over here like, oh, Maya, why would you say that? But they say this was 2 months after the 99th festival. So I can't tell if Maya said that, like, you know, not because of the timeline, you know, of the time. And it's more like, why, I think now that I have, like, I'm over here jumping the gun a little early out here. I think that's that's the reason of the first. Anyways, so the second part of the conversation, you know, and Maya says, if you're not taking it seriously, because, sorry, the quotes went early, if you want to be everyone's bananas, I will not forgive you. So is it that feeling of like, oh, she actually doesn't want to vibe for the top? You know, why aren't you fighting along with everyone? Yeah, again, 2 months pass after that. Sorry, not after that, but, you know, after the conversation. Not 2 months pass after the conversation. 2 months pass after the festival. And Nana and Maya had that conversation. And so that's when she gets the giraffe, right? The giraffe calls her in. And he's just out here posing, dude. In the look at that profile shot of him. But he's out here in the bright lights talking about the stage, right? Do you find it blinding? What? I understand. A real giraffe? Again, stab that giraffe. We'll see if it's real or not. The review is a song and dance woven into a mesmerizing stage show. The more shine that a stage girl feels, the more freely the lighting equipment, the sound devices, and the stage mechanisms all begin to move. The play, the song, the dance, the shine of the stage girl. This stage responds to it all. Shine. The more who presents us with the most dazzling of reviews shall find the path to becoming the top star opened before her. Top star. The one who stands atop the stage of fate. She makes her talent blossom limitlessly within the lead row. A row with a brilliance that transcends time and lasts for eternity, right? A row with a brilliance. I don't care about that, right? I don't care about this row. I just want to have the same performance again. But then the giraffe is just like, I understand. But what if you could stand atop any stage you desire? And she's just like, oh, any stage? Well, I mean, I can go back to the 99 stage. Oh, sick. You have one as well, do you not? A blinding stage. One which you will never experience again, though you reach for it, a blinding stage that satisfies the shine. Is it blinding? I understand. The other half of me is like, I got my eyes closed on the other half. It's really blinding. Can it be really any stage? No matter what or when? Will you participate in the auditions? Was that a wink from that giraffe? I don't know. That was just a profile shot. He says like, I understand. Man's pet phrase out here. Nana defeats Maya. Her desire to go back is just so much stronger than Maya's need to become top star. This is how serious you are. So Maya realizes this is how serious you are. Did something happen that changed you? So like you weren't serious before, right? And that's why Maya was mad at her. So what changed you? Is it blinding? Says says Nana. What? I am blinding. What happened to you? I can't reach it. You'd go this far. So she got stopped, right? You'd go this far, and yet you still can't reach for it, or you go this far for what, right? Position 0. It's so blinding that I can't reach it. So that 99 stage, she will never get it back. And as with what Maya says, right? Even if it's the same cast, it's the same crew, you know, so the same people doing the same role and everything, it won't be the same, because that first experience that you have, you'll never experience that again, right? And that's why the whole feeling of first time watching something, right? It can be so precious to you, unless you don't care about it, you know. Some people don't really do it, so don't really care about that. So I already mentioned this about the idea of being a creator. Again, whether you're making videos, making stories, making art, or whatever, right? You will end up reaching perhaps a point where you feel like this is your masterpiece, right? And you'll never be able to make something better. You kind of feel that for musicians. You're like, wow, this is the best song that they've ever made, and you don't know whether they will be able to make something better. And obviously the musician would be thinking about that too. It's just like, shit, how do I make something better than that? Or how could I make something that is as good as that? Again, Nana is afraid to reach for the next stage and seeing that maybe it will be better, right? She's not thinking about whether it will be better than the 99th performance, because she feels like the 99th performance is already the best that we've got. But from what I remember from other people, I can't remember who said it specifically, but, you know, they'll talk about that festival and they'll be like, yeah, it was good, but we can do better in the second year, right? And so, like, there are people who are talking about that. Like, again, that performance was good. It's not like the best thing ever, but it was good. We can do better. But Nana, this is the best thing ever. We should continue doing it for the rest of our days. Oh yeah, I forgot my other talking point about, like, first times and stuff, you know. Honestly, if I had like the best performance, or if I had like the best year of my life, I probably wouldn't want to relive it, you know, because the whole thing is you keep it in your memories and you have that replaying and everything. But the one thing that us humans can do nowadays is that we can just have a phone, we record it, and we get that moment, you know, that moment of joy that we have, and it's shared, and it's all on our phone, and we can relive that over and over if we really want to. Or, you know, in other ways, right? Reactions. You want to see somebody's first time reaction because it kind of gives you that feeling of like, wow, this is like me watching it for the first time. Or again, just seeing somebody else's first time reaction is always just a nice thing, simply because you know that you will never see. Well, you can replay, but, you know, like, if I had already watched this show, it would probably be different, but it wouldn't be as interesting for people, because people would rather much watch a first-time reaction than a reaction of someone who's already seen the show and they're just rewatching it, right? There's that first-time experience. You'll never be able to experience it ever again. And, you know, Nana, honestly, she had everything recorded. She could continue listening on about the good old times. Even like they could also maybe even have like a recording of it and show it to other people. Have their first time reaction, you know, if that's what she wants to do. She wants to be nostalgic and shit. She could do that, but now that the giraffe has told me that I could be on any stage, I want to continue to be on that 99th stage. Oh yeah. If you need my t-shirts and towels, I fold them and put them away. Okay, so this is after episode 6, right? So this is like when Nana is like looking at them through, well, specifically staring at Hikari through the freaking window, with this red lighting. Red means scary, y'all. Okay, so that is after, God, this like all this like time jumping, and like I didn't even know what the date was, because I wasn't paying attention to the date to like every other episodes. I didn't know what was going on, man. But 2018 is their second year, right? Well, 2018 after April, that's their second year. And in 2017, that was their first year. At the very least, I've got that one, right? All right, I think I got pretty much all what I wanted to say about Nana before I start repeating some stuff. But I will say, you know, if you want to do this is not Groundhog Day. This is like Groundhog Year, it seems, where Nana is living the same year over and over. And again, like the giraffe saying, I said I wouldn't repeat myself, but I'm repeating myself right now. The giraffe says, I don't know how many times we've done this. So Nana has done this so many times. And it's that feeling of like, okay, if you keep living the same thing every day, you're eventually, I mean, even she says it might get boring, but eventually you will get bored of it. No matter how much you think this is the best fucking performance ever in your entire fucking life, you will get bored of it if you do it enough times, right? And that's the unfortunate thing about overindulgence. If you indulge in something for a little bit too long, you end up getting sick of it. Even if you love that craft, even if you have passion for it, right? That's why there are burnouts, why there are writer's block, right? Even if you want to do it forever, you still need to take a break from time to time. But for Nana, this is just constant dopamine just injected into her fucking veins. You know, and it gets to that point where, like, you know, once you start living the same thing and you just know what's going to happen next. And as what Nana says, right? There's comfort in this feeling of repetition. There's this comfort in knowing what is going to happen next, right? There's no changes. There's no surprises. She's fine with that. But again, the whole thing is going on with the cycle. You start to know what's happening. You start to know what everyone says word for word. It gets to the point where you might even start to think to yourself, okay, I have stimulated myself enough. Now, like, you start doing something, you get a lot of dopamine, and you got a lot of, what the fuck is that other thing that also makes you feel good? You know, the other chemical, I can't remember for some reason. Why am I only thinking of estrogen? But the amount of chemicals that you get injected right into your brain, it will eventually start to wear off, you know, and then you will need more of it. You're gonna need more stimulants. You know, a little more stimulation in your life, especially if you keep doing the same thing and your body is just like, ugh, here it is again, you know? That's great. And so it's that feeling of like, you might get numb to this whole thing and you might want to start to do something that will get you out of this numbness. And so you start doing crazy shit, you know? You start doing weird shit just to see people's reactions, and just knowing that, like, she could literally study everybody's day and movement. It'd be like a Persona game, essentially, you know? You start knowing everybody's schedule. and you can just fucking mess with them without them even realizing that it was you. Because, like, again, you know where they're going. You know what to do, you know? And, like, you have all this time in the world to learn just about everybody and what they are doing here, there, and everywhere. So, you kind of just start messing with people. And then it might end up starting to turn cruel. Because, like, that stimulant starts wearing off and you need more stimulant and you start just doing more crazy shit. Because, again, in the end, you know that there really isn't any consequences. Because if you win this stage, you can just go back that year and you can just repeat it all over again. But then again, the cycle seems to have continued because of Hikari, right? Because she's been repeating, Nana's been repeating this for so many years. Not many years, but how many times? And then Hikari comes, and, like, this is something different that Nana has never experienced before, and she's just like, whoa! Change! Oh my god! Even though it happened many times, there is still bound to be something that is the change. At least that's what I'm hearing, right, for Nana, right? Even if she's doing all this magic mumbo-jumbo, Hikari will just come in there and just be like, no, dog. We gotta keep moving. The stage gotta go into the triple digits, all right? But again, fun episode, revealing us a little bit more about, like, the review and stuff. And if I have anything else to say, I will write it in the description down below. And that's it. Bye.